it's Alicia, and I am so excited to be filming right now. I woke up this morning and I'm like, I cannot wait to film. So I have been asking you guys on Snapchat. If you don't follow me on Snapchat, please do. That is where I'm the most active on all my social media. I do have Twitter, I do have Instagram, I do have Facebook. I am the most active on Snapchat. So if you want to get a hold of me, DM me on Snapchat and I will be answering your questions through Snapchat. So what I need you guys to do to participate, because these videos, I mean, of course I have a million ideas of what I could talk about because I could talk forever, but these videos, I want them to be for you guys. We all share a lot of similarities, and so, you know, it could be something beauty related, it could be your advice on something personal, it could be a medical issue or a question that you have for me. I know a lot of you don't really know the full story of my medical history, and I did share a little bit about that in my previous video when I said telling my truth. That video, I will link it down below. It was about the plastic surgery I did have on my face. I failed to tell you guys that that was actually my second surgery on my face. I've actually had two. I was, I think, 5 the first time, and then 15 the second time. I have been thinking about something that's been bothering me, and it all stemmed from Facebook. There was an article of a girl that lives in the city that I grew up in, which is Pico Rivera, that is here in California. Pico Rivera is a small town, but we are surrounded by a lot bigger towns. But Pico Rivera itself is a really small town. Like, just to give you an idea of how small it is, there's only one high school for the whole town. There was an article about this girl, and she has some type of disability, some type of syndrome. I'm not really sure what it is. If I can link the video below, I will, because the video and the article, it was on the news, it bothered me so much. And she is a cheerleader, and she doesn't let her disabilities keep her from participating in regular activities as any other child. And the same with me. I was disabled and I had a lot of limitations, and I still do, but I was in softball growing up, I was in dance, I was in ceramics, stuff like that. So I actually got the perfect question, because it triggered something by reading this article. Is that this child, I believe she's elementary, is handicapped, and she's a cheerleader. She wanted to continue on to the next level of cheerleading, and basically the school, Park and Recreation of Pico Rivera, the town, denied her. Like, the leader of the cheerleading camp or whatever denied her of it because they said that she was disabled. And so it made news, and it really pissed me off. And it struck a nerve even more so because I grew up there, and it was funny because I shared the story on my personal Facebook. I have a couple of friends on my Facebook that I went to school with, but growing up, I was bullied from the age of first grade. No. I started at school district when I was 2nd grade. So from 2nd grade all the way up to literally, I would say, at least 11th grade, I was bullied, and it was really bad. I was bullied every day. I was made fun of every day. I was made fun of for my appearance. It gave me severe anxiety, and I was harassed every day by the same kids and these boys. It was mainly boys, and these boys were just so mean to me. And I remember the names that they called me, and I actually hate. I just have, you know, I still remember all of that, and I still remember the feelings of it. And I remember my mom fighting for me all throughout my elementary, and even once I got to junior high, that's when it was the worst. Like, I was suicidal when I was in elementary because I was being bullied so bad. And then I was suicidal again when I was in junior high because I was bullied so bad because of my appearance. And also remember if you guys just watched my previous video, I didn't have my facial surgery until I was 15. So all those years of going to school, I had my facial deformities due to the syndrome that I have, which is called otopalatodigital syndrome type 2. And I do have a whole series on that. I think I filmed it like 2 years ago, but it's a long story. If you guys would like for me to redo it, I would love to, because I do want to let you guys know everything that I've gone through and what my syndrome is. I am the only female in the United States with it, and I am the oldest person in the United States with it. And there's only one other case I know of in the United States that has my syndrome. So my case is very rare, and yeah, I was bullied, severely bullied growing up, and the school district did nothing for me. My mom complained to the principal, and they would tell my mom kids would be kids, and the kids that were bullying me were not reprimanded or in trouble at all. The teachers would see it, and like they wouldn't say anything about it. And I mean, times have changed. It was back in the 90s, and I would go home crying every day. I didn't have friends. Once I reached high school, I was so full of anxiety and so insecure that I worked in the cafeteria because I didn't want to be outside. I didn't want to be outside for lunch because I didn't have any friends, and I didn't want the anxiety of having to be around people that made fun of me. So that is a long intro to this video, but Lauren, who is my bestie here on YouTube, she asked me the perfect question. She said, back to school advice for people who are going to school. I read a quote today, and it is now going to be my slogan here on YouTube, because I fully believe this quote. And this quote goes, be your own kind of beautiful, because we are. Each and every one of us, whether you are disabled, whether you are Hispanic, whether you are black, white, Asian, brown, purple, green, blue, red, female, male, gay, bisexual, whatever the case may be, you are your own beautiful. There is nobody on this earth that is like you, and that makes you unique. That alone makes all of us unique. You have a purpose here on earth, and it is so hard being in school because you feel like that's your life. So my advice goes for those of you that are either in elementary, junior high, but I know a lot of you guys that watch me are more high school and college age. But yeah, I mean, bullying, thankfully for me, I'm so blessed that once I got out of high school, I was no longer bullied, but the scars are still there. I still feel it. But my advice for the people that are going back to school, this is going to be for the people that are not in college. And then I'll go ahead and give the advice to those of you that are going to college, because I've been a college student as well. But those of you that are going back to school, junior high, high school, elementary, whatever it may be, just know that if somebody is bullying you, if somebody is making you feel uncomfortable about yourself, they're insecure within themselves. It doesn't even have anything to do with you. I'm telling you that right now. And they're projecting their feelings onto you. For some twisted reason, people get off by making other people feel bad to make themselves feel better. And I am disgusted by that. I am so sick and tired of it. Because as an adult, nobody should be fucking doing that. That is just horrible, and that happens so much here on YouTube. So many people that I watch that have amazing channels and are all about positivity get so much hate, and I just cannot comprehend that. Like, do you have the balls to get in front of the camera and upload it and to put it on YouTube and let the world see what you have to say and see your body and be a part of your life? If you don't, then don't say anything negative, because you do not have the balls to do what they are doing. For those of you that just started school, because I know school pretty much started everywhere, my advice is to get involved. that is the best thing that you could do, is get involved in cheerleading, band, any sport, any club, anything that makes that you're interested in. Even band, like I wanted to be in band my whole entire like junior high and high school, the whole time I was in junior high and high school, because that's where like all the cool kids were back in my time. But yeah, if you could get into that, that will help you. That will help you in your social life. If you don't have a problem with your social life, that is amazing. God bless you, and may you be able to bless others and welcome others and make others feel comfortable. Focus 100% on your studies. It makes such a big difference, and it makes your life so much easier if you just go ahead and do your work and get good grades. Even if you are making C's, C's get degrees. Like seriously, C's get degrees. Hear me on that. C's get degrees. I got a C in every single level of my math class in college, and I have a degree now. Getting a tutor helps as well if you need help with your studies. But for those of you that are not in college yet and you're still in junior high or high school, get involved with some kind of club. I think I was a junior, I got involved with this group in my school. We had a really big choir group, and it was a really well-known choir group. I could not sing for anything, but when you're in a choir, you can't hear, nobody hears, your voice doesn't stand out. You blend in with everybody. And I never made it into, like, there was like 2 levels of it. There was the people that take it as a class, like as an elective, which that's what I did, and we did do performances, and we would go and perform at different schools, and we would compete. And then there were the other group that I always envied and wanted to be a part of, that were called Song and Dance, and they were just more advanced than us. Like, we danced and we did performances, but they were just way more advanced. And so once I got involved with that, and then on top of that, I got involved with my Bible study, like the Bible study club at my school, my life changed. I'm going to tell you guys right now. I had been working in the school cafeteria because I had so much anxiety about being outside for lunch, because I had no friends and I had nobody to talk to. So I worked and I volunteered to work in the school cafeteria. I did that all the way up until 11th grade, I believe. Once I joined choir, finally I felt like I belonged. I felt like I was blending in, at least, and it built up my confidence, and it actually built up my confidence, and I loved it. I actually fell in love with it. It was something that I didn't even know that I would enjoy, but I ended up pursuing it once I went on to college, and I loved being in choir, and I loved listening to choirs, and I loved watching performances. So get involved in something like that. If music isn't your thing, cool, get into like some type of sport, just whatever you are interested in, get involved with that. That is your main focus. Like, that honestly makes such a big difference. You're also held accountable to making good grades, so that will help you as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and move on to college. College is amazing. For those of you that are in college and you are young and you're like, just starting, and you're right out of high school and you're in college, take full advantage of that. I was like 28, I decided to go back to school, and I absolutely loved college. If you don't want to do it and you're just gonna ditch classes because nobody's there to hold you accountable, you can miss class all you want and you'll just get dropped. But my biggest advice to you is take advantage of it. Go to school full time. Focus on your degree, focus on your goals, and make school your #1 priority if you are in college. Because this is when you are able to, coming out of high school and you have the opportunity to go to college, please do, and do not waste your opportunity, because getting financial aid is such a blessing. Getting a grant is such a blessing. I was always a full-time student, and I loved it, and I did great at it, but I also only worked part-time. and I worked at my school, so you can also be a student worker as well. So get involved as well. Like if you're in college, get involved. Every college should have like some type of program for students that have a learning disability or a physical disability, and I ended up becoming a worker in that office, and it was amazing. I had the best time, and I got paid for it. I got paid for it through my financial aid, and I did that for a couple of years, and then I did that for 2 years, and then after that I worked in our computer lab, which was like this huge library sized room with brand new computers, and I worked in there as well. So be a full-time student, take full advantage of it. If you can't be a full-time student, take at least 1 to 2 classes at a time and really focus on it, because honestly, the longer you wait, the harder it is going to be, honey. I am just being flat up honest. The longer you wait to go to school, the harder it will be. So take full advantage of it. Focus on your goals, focus on yourself, and be your own kind of beautiful. I hope this video helps at least one person out there, and I just have so much more to say about this, but I'm gonna go ahead and stop now because I don't want my video to be a whole hour long. For those of you that are in school, I hope that you have an amazing school year and make the best of it. It will fly by so quickly. And please let me know in the comments what grade you are in, or if you're in college, let me know if this helped you. And if you have any other questions, let me know and hit me up in that DM. I love you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Until then, be your own kind of beautiful. Love you guys. Mwah.